Hello, 30 days of life engineering. So, transformers. You've got a transformer here. You've got different types of voltage you can tap into. 12 volts, 50 volts, 240 volts, 450 volts. We have this in engineering and construction. Different voltages for different uses. Now, as leaders, changing where you're coming from, it's the alignment in MMA mastery. This ability to change where we're coming from in certain situations. If you're communicating to someone in your team about a sensitive nature, the way you talk, the way you are, you may be softer, you may be slower, you may be calmer, you may be more sensitive. In that situation, you change where you're coming from. When you put your kids to bed, you change where you're coming from versus when you're in a situation where you've got to do a talk and you've got to speak out loud, or if you're in a conversation of some sort of conflict where someone's trying to get you to start on site and they're not ready, and you've got to stand your ground and you've got to come from a place of more than, you can't say no sometimes with just 12 volts. You have to pump it up and say, no, we're not starting, this isn't ready, this isn't right for my team. You have to change where you're coming from. So have a think. Have you got the ability to shift? Because quite often leaders are limited in the range they've got in where they can come from, or they forget to shift and change where they're coming from depending on the circumstance. Have a think. Is you or someone in your team struggling to have the freedom to shift and change and come from a different voltage depending on what's needed, what's required? And unless you've got that freedom, you're limited. Unless you got that freedom, you're stuck with a small range, bit like in engineering. If you haven't got that ability to diversify, you're going to be limited as a leader, and you're going to be limited as a business owner. You need to find that range, and you need for your team to be able to tap into that range, to see. And some people are better at certain things than others, but some people are multi rangeable. Don't know if that's a word. Have a think. Let me know. I do a course correct, 30-minute call if you want to chat and see about if someone in your team or you are maybe limited. Maybe this is relevant to you, and you want to have a chat about it. Then drop in and book a call. Hope this helps. Take care.